Hello guys, welcome to this lesson on entry and exit tactics using the conservative and aggressive style, or we call it in short the sweet spot entry zone. Okay, so as you all know that in our methodology in price action manipulation, once we identify the structure, right, the signal to take action is what we call the execution sign or EXE. That means your three bullish EXE and your three bearish EXE. Once they appear, you're going to enter the trade. Where to enter is what we're going to cover over here. We call it the sweet spot zone. Okay, so before we begin, let's do a recap on some of the summary of the three standard bar formation that I covered in the previous video, right, on your bullish EXE and the bearish EXE. If you have not, if you want to recap, please watch the previous video where I go into details on their significance and how to identify the criteria for the individual EXE bars. So this here over here is just a summary. You have a bullish pin bar, bearish ice cream bar, or bullish markup bar. Either one is your bullish EXE, and your bearish pin bar, bearish ice cream, and bearish markdown bar. Okay, so we have these three here. What about this thing called the false strike? So in the subsequent video, you also be learn, right, this thing called the bullish and bearish false strike. So the false strike basically will also, the false strike will end with a one of the three bullish or bearish EXE. Okay, so later on when you learn the false strike, the sweet spot entry and exit also applies to the false strike standalone strategy that you're going to learn in the subsequent videos. Okay, so over here, let's go into understanding, right, what's the sweet spot. Okay, so whenever we have a structure, once you identify, let's say the UR1 or the DR1 structure, right, to go long, or the various kind of like a UC1, UC2 kind of structure, basically for you to go long, or a bullish false strike structure, right, when you see the bullish execution signal, your entry will be between the high of the bar and 50% of the bar range. So what I mean by it is over here. So let's say, for example, this is you have a structure, right? Let's say you have a structure. For example, this is swing low, you have a structure, and it forms a bullish pin bar. It could be, again, either one of the bullish EXE bar, like a bullish pin, markup bar, bullish ice cream bar, right? So let's say it forms a bullish pin instead. So over here at the high of the bar, right? At the high of the bar, let's say is, the high of the bar is $45. So just let me draw this again nicely for you. Let's say the high of the bar is $45. Okay, and the low of the bar, let's say, is $44. Hence the midpoint of the bar is roughly $44.50. Agree? The midpoint of the range of the bar will be $44.50. When we say that, okay, your entry should be between the break or bar formation high plus 1 means the high of the bar, which means to say it must be between $45 and 01. 1 tick means 1 cent for stocks. So your entry should be between the high of the bar and 50% of the bar range, which I'll highlight over here in yellow, right, which is somewhere here. We call it the sweet spot zone, which means to say that you can wait for the bar to, upon the formation of the EXE, right, let's say this is a day chart. Once the day chart it forms, right, the bar has confirmed close as a bullish pin bar, for example, you can wait until the next day to enter the trade, right? You can wait until the next day to enter the trade. Okay, so you can wait for the bar to do a retracement anywhere, a retracement to enter the trade here or here, right? Okay, so just let me do an illustration here. You can wait for the bar to do a retracement to within the sweet spot entry zone, right? The yellow zone here to enter your long trade. Okay, so where do you put your stop loss, right? So stop loss can be either 1, 2, or 3. It can be either at the lowest point of the bar or the preceding nearby swing low or 1 ATR distance. So I'm going to explain to you one by one what does it mean. Okay, so let's say over here, right, you have a formation. So let me just take this away, right? Let's say you have a kind of formation like this, a false bottom, and then the market do a bullish pin bar, right? Okay, and how about this? Say for example, the market do something like this. Also a false bottom, but right now the bullish EXE forms higher. Okay, so when we say, I'm going to draw in red the stop loss that you're going to put. Let's say when we say that stop loss at -1 level of the bar low, which means to say if the bar low is $44 in this case, the stop loss, if it's just below the bar, will be, you're going to put a stop loss just below the bar. If it's one tick below, that will be $43.99 because it's one tick below. So this is a method of putting a stop loss just one or two ticks, right? Just one tick or two ticks below the bar low. Okay, if you want to follow the rules strictly, you can just put one level, one tick. Okay, so what's this preceding nearby swing low? So for example here, okay, in this scenario 1 and scenario 2, in scenario 1, the preceding nearby swing low will be the lowest point of the bar. Okay, it will be the lowest point of the bar, and also the stop loss will be also the -1 of the bar low, which is also the lowest point of the bullish pin bar. So the swing low and the lowest point of the bar is at the same spot in this scenario number 1. For scenario number 2, the stop loss, which it will be at low over here, right? I'll name this as stop loss. I'll name this as stop loss L as stop loss number 1. Stop loss 2 will be based on the preceding nearby swing low over here. So notice that if the EXE forms at the low here, the stop loss, it will be the stop loss -1 tick and also the preceding nearby swing low. However, if the EXE close above the swing low, the stop loss 1 and stop loss 2 will have a different kind of stop loss placement. Okay, so understand that most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm using number 2, the preceding nearby swing low. So regardless of where the EXE form, I always put my stop loss near the preceding. We mean to say, once the EXE form, look slightly to a left side, right, the swing low here, I'll put it here. Whether it's formed by the EXE or not, I'll put it there. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the visual graph here. Later we go into some examples where I share you in details, right? Some the charts that how to place the orders and your sweet spot entry. So what is this thing called 1 ATR distance, right? 1 ATR distance. You can also choose to put a 1 ATR distance. Okay, this I'll cover this later on in the one of the examples. Okay. So understand that over here, I'll go back to the sweet spot entry. A common question people ask is this, right? Let's say, where should I buy within the sweet spot yellow zone? Okay, let's say there's a trader that buys at point A and a trader that buys at point B, right? So take note that as long as you buy within the sweet spot yellow zone as indicated over here, it is the right entry zone to go in for the trade. Understand? There's no such, it's not like there's a particular price level that you must go in, if not you will lose the trade. So in trading, we say that this is called our window of opportunity, or this is our window opportunity, this is our sweet spot zone where we're going to trade. Okay, let's say a trader A places an order higher than trader B in this case. There'll be one scenario. One scenario is that the price retraces, fill trader A, and then goes back up and hit the target without trader B. So in this case, trader B put a lower buy limit order, but he's not filled, even though he's also within the sweet spot entry, and the market only fill trader A and goes back up. So this is one scenario that can happen, right? Of course, trader B will be angry, right? Why never fill me and the price goes up. However, a second scenario will happen as well. The market after that retrace, fill trader A and also fill trader B before he goes back all the way up. Of course, trader A will not be happy because he's buying at a higher price than trader B, right? But both of them are filled in this case, and it doesn't mean that they will lose, right? Because the market can still go after filling both of them. The market can still hit their target, both their target later on. Okay, so basically that's the difference. Okay, if you want to make it very mechanical, you can just put you can design a rule. Basically, you can design a rule that says that you're going to enter anywhere halfway point of the sweet spot. For example, I'll call this XXX mark, right? Maybe halfway zone of the sweet spot zone. For example, $45, between $45 and $44.50, in between both price is actually $45.75, around there. Right? You can keep it, you can basically have a very stringent rule. You put once the EXE form, right? You identify the sweet spot entry, put it in the middle point. If it fills, you enter. If not, you take it as you miss the trade. Okay, if it never comes and fill you at $45.75, you take it as you miss the trade. Understand? In trading, there are times when even for me, I have no idea exactly how much the market will retrace. Okay, so for me, I don't really put a rigid zone that I'll buy. As long as I see the market retrace, usually if I'll just have using my own personal judgment to just go in, right? If I see some kind of retracement and I feel that the chart is something that the structure is very distinct, I just want to go in straight away. I may just go in straight away. Okay, so it depends on the style of trading. So this is the standard framework that we have. You can, through this framework, you can develop your own style. Understand? Okay, so basically this is the sweet spot entry and also how to, the different types of style to put your stop loss. Okay, I'll cover the criteria here first before we move on to the examples, right? So this is the bearish EXE example. Okay, bearish EXE example. So again, either one of the bearish EXE ones is formed. Let's say in this case, this is a bearish pin bar, and let's say the low is $40. Let's say low is $40. The high is $41, right? So the midpoint will be $40 and 50 cents. Agree? And as you all know that our entry zone will be between, right? Will be between actually $39, one tick below, $39.99 to $40.50. So anywhere you enter the short trade, so you can be trader A that short earlier or trader B that wait for a bigger retracement. Trader A or trader B, right, to wait for the retracement back into the sweet spot entry zone to enter your particular trade. Okay, again, over here, let's say trader A place an order there and the market fill trader A, the retracement fill trader A and comes back all the way down, then trader A will be the only one that has the trade, and trader B will miss out on the trade. Okay, again, we do not know how much the market will retrace. If you want to put a rigid entry, let's say in the middle, you can also do that. So in the middle here will be $40.25, for example. If it fills you, you take the trade. If not, you take it as you miss the setup and then you move on to another setup. Okay. So again, I'm just going to go through again what do we mean by stop loss at the the difference between stop loss at the plus one of the bar high and also the preceding nearby swing high. So at the stop loss at the bar high will be, since the high of the bar is $41, your stop loss will be at $41.01, for example. Okay, so let's say this is your UR1 structure. Okay, and then there is a bearish pin bar, right? Bearish pin bar. Also this particular structure, okay. So if you're looking at the preceding nearby swing high, I'll just put it in purple. Preceding nearby swing high will be here and here, right? However, if you look at the stop loss plus one tick will be the same spot. Let's say it's the same spot, the same spot. However, the preceding nearby swing high will be over here, and then the high of the bar will be over here. Okay, so if you use different types of stop loss placement, you may place your stop loss differently if the high of the bar is not the swing high in this case. Okay, like I mentioned, most of the time I'm using this preceding nearby swing high. So regardless of whether it's formed by the EXE, I always put it at the highest point of the swing high, which is here, the highest point. I'll put it at the highest point of the swing high. Okay,